Welcome to Storytelling with Sir Nathan and Sir Max.
Today we're going to be discussing the atomic theory and the history of it.
We'll start all the way back with Aristotle and Democritus.
And then go all the way up to the modern atomic theory.
Enjoy! This is Democritus.
Democritus came up with the first atomic theory and the word atom, coming from the Greek atomos, meaning non-divisible.
First of all, listen to me. Aristotle is an idiot. I know all matter is composed of extremely tiny particles that can't be divided. I shall call them atoms.
His model was simply an indivisible ball.
He believed different types of atoms have different properties. This was in 400 BC. Around the same time,
Aristotle came up with a completely different atomic model.
I am Aristotle, and I completely agree with Democritus. There's no limit to how many times something can be divided.
Aristotle thought all of the atoms could be put into these four categories.
Unfortunately, Aristotle was very wrong. Thousands of years later, John Dalton proposed his models in the early 1800s.
His model was similar to Democritus's.
I, John Dalton, envision the atom as tiny, indivisible particles that are whole.
Perfect. This is what John Dalton's model looks like. This is J.J. Thomson.
He discovered the negatively charged particles, otherwise known as electrons.
I, J.J. Thomson, found that there are electrons, negative, in a positively charged atom. I know this because of my experiments where I bent a beam of light towards a positive magnet, proving that there are electrons in atoms. My model is the plum pudding model.
This is the plum pudding model.
As you can see, it's a positively charged atom with negatively charged particles throughout.
This is Rutherford. He is famous for disproving his hypothesis doing the gold foil experiment.
I am Ernest Rutherford, and I proved myself wrong by proving that there is a dense, positively charged center in the nucleus. I found this because I shot alpha particles. A few hit the nucleus and then came back at me.
This is what his gold foil experiment looked like. This is Rutherford's model after all of his data was concluded. This is Niels Bohr.
He had a different idea of how electrons orbit.
I, Niels Bohr, agree with Rutherford's model, except I think electrons orbit in spherical orbitals a fixed distance from the nucleus.
This is Bohr's model.
As you can see, he assigned the electrons to different energy levels.
This is de Broglie.
He's French.
Louis de Broglie. I agree with Bohr's model, but I think that moving particles like electrons have some properties of waves.
This is de Broglie's model.
He thought that electrons move in wave-like patterns. This is Erwin Schrödinger.
His work led to the electron cloud model.
I, Erwin Schrödinger, developed mathematical equations of probability to describe how electrons move. My work led to the making of the electron cloud model.
This is the electron cloud model.
As you can see, there's clouds where Schrödinger predicted that the electrons could be.
His model is part of modern atomic theory. This is Heisenberg.
He developed the uncertainty principle.
Heisenberg conclude that it is impossible to measure the exact position and velocity of a subatomic particle at the same time.
This is Heisenberg's model.
It's showing the uncertainty principle.
This is James Chadwick, a British physicist.
It is I, James Chadwick, that confirmed that neutrons are real, and the nucleus contains both protons and my neutral neutrons.
This is James Chadwick's model.
He summed up all of the models before and put it into this modern model. As you can see, the history of the atom is very complicated, and all of the histories have built upon each other to finally make the modern atomic theory.
Indeed, indeed. Well, thank you for watching Story Time with Sir Max and Sir Nathan.